What's going on, guys? My name is Yellow SUK and welcome to another custom track review here on Reflex. We are at Ironman Raceway. This is made by the RDC guys, so that's Red Rider, Dark Slides, and C4 Detonator. And this one was also made by Gary664. Those are the biggest names in Reflex custom content, and they are the best. So those guys putting their heads together and making a track like this, you know it's going to be on another level, and it truly is. It is on that next level. Every track these guys have made when they've come together, it's been a few tracks, it's nuts. It's the best of the best. It's the best content that has ever been made for Reflex, and it is so sick that this kind of content is coming out in 2019 almost. To have this stuff coming out for a game that's this old, but still loved, is just nuts. It's so cool. I mean, look at the ruts. These huge jumps. If you know Ironman Raceway, you know what's coming up. We even got a step-up triple coming after this. It's just really... Okay, we know the quality level. The visuals are nuts. The textures, it looks beautiful. The bumps, the ruts, the jumps. We know it's going to be on this crazy high level. But what makes this track so good is how fun it is to ride. You know, all those other tracks, the other tracks that people made, even the other tracks that these guys have made, they are high quality and you're like, wow, this is great. And they are fun to ride, no doubt. But this one is on that next level. You ride this and you're like, holy crap. Like, this is what a track needs to be for Reflex. This is what the game's all about. And this track showcases what makes Reflex so good, better than any track I've ever ridden. It's so, so cool. Oh, that's one of the difficult jumps. But what you're going to notice from that first kind of lap where I'm just blabbing and not paying attention much, there are some huge jumps. Now, some of them you're just not going to clear all the time because you got to get a really good run up. And sometimes the braking bumps might fight you a little bit, or you might not be able to grab that far outside and rail it like you want. But you got to carry some serious speed into some of those big jumps. The ruts are really nice. They're huge, they're great, but I'd almost say they're a little more forgiving than they could be, which is really nice. I think it's a great blend because you're able to catch some of those ruts, and they don't fight you as much as they have or do in other custom tracks. So again, another positive quality. So the visuals, the bumps, the ruts, it's just on point. Really, really fun. I love the rough tracks. You mix in some poppy big jumps and some fast corners. Even this, the off-camberness. Now, I know it's a replica, so they didn't come up with some of this, but you have to imagine the creativity that has to go into this for them to decide how the different ruts are going to cut into each other, what section's going to be rough, where the bumps are going to be. Anyway, hopefully we get this. There's the double. So if you get that double, you should be able to get a somewhat decent run up to this to be able to clear this huge double. So there you go. That's kind of the trick to clear that sucker. If you don't get that double in, I haven't been able to clear it without it. Big whips. Again, this shows how good Reflex is still, but also shows how good this track is. Like, it is just so much fun, and I think you can tell. You can tell by these big jumps, those ruts, the bumps. You can just tell that, like, holy crap, that looks really fun to ride. There's no way around that. Even just some of these little scrub hills. It's just, honestly, I think this is the best track made for Reflex. And, you know, I might continue to say that the more these guys make tracks, and each time they come out with something, that might happen. But, wow, this is just nuts. I'm trying to switch up a couple lines, but again, like I said, even like this one, you really gotta... Oh, I was gonna say you really gotta rail the outside to clear this. Now, this is that wacky step-up triple where you can land on the top of this thing, but I actually haven't cleared it perfectly how I want. Now, you can double and then hit it like a wall, but I don't think that's the way to go. Now you can triple this as well, so there's still some options, some things we need to try. But it's kind of tough to try some of them because your safe bet is almost to go outside in most areas because you know there's potentially going to be a huge jump in front of you. Oh, look at that rut. And then triple into here. You could probably quad into it. Slam on the brakes. Oh, if we didn't get Reflex, we could have railed that inside. So sick. Big scrub over the kind of hip wall jump there. Ooh, little slide out. Try to get that power down. Maybe catch that outside hump there and then cut back in. Definitely some options there, but you go into some real rough stuff. Got to stabilize the rear end. Same thing here. Deep ruts in that corner. This is the one where we want to go outside. I kind of screwed it up. Can we still double? Yep. And we know if you get that double, you can clear this thing. Ends with like a little tap, triple. Oh, still gonna land on top a little bit. Shows how huge that thing is. Ooh, I actually let off a little bit to try to get a good scrub on that and cased it. So inside, I'm not even gonna try it. Let's try to just rail this outside once again. You can kind of cheat around a couple of those bumps. That's a big gap. You saw I wheelied into it and then kind of hit my face, or sorry, hit the nose of the bike into the face of the jump, and it actually made me lose a little bit of speed there. So like I said, if you're gonna try to put in, oh shit, just land in the rut and pin it. If you're gonna put in a proper fast lap on this track, it's gonna be really sick if you put it all together. But it's also going to be, crap. It's going to be a challenge because you're really going to have to hit those sweet lines. Like you can see, you can land in that rut. You can clear that whole thing and land in that rut. But it's just going to take that perfect angle, that perfect everything. And that's what makes it good, because it's rewarding. Once again, you know, these custom tracks, that's what makes it better than the stock tracks are actually pretty sweet in this game. But to make a custom track and make it something where it's like, okay, I really got to hit this rut like this. I mean, that's what makes like MX Simulator so good, is being detailed, I guess, or being precise with what you're doing. And to get that type of precision required out of out of an arcade game like Reflex, that is such a cool combo, and that's really what custom tracks seem to bring us. Fun arcadey physics type game, but then throw in almost a requirement for being accurate with these custom tracks. It's just such a cool combo. And you just couldn't do this with other games. I know people are trying to make content for some of the other moto games out right now, but it's just not going to translate. It's not going to translate like this. So cool. I wanted to hit that middle rut. I bet you could nail that middle rut and then double into here still. I was too busy just daydreaming about how cool this is. Landed on top, so not too bad. So at this point in the video, I've blabbed enough. That's pretty clear. But let me just focus in a little bit on this last lap once we come around, to really see if I can put in a better lap. Now I might just wad it and it's over, but nice, we're able to clear it from there. But I want to just try to get a decent lap, because you really do have to concentrate as I just wad myself into a banner. But you do have to concentrate. Like even just this, it's like if you scrub it like I did there, hit it the right angle, you can catch that rut. But you see I kind of got a weird hop and lost it. So it's like there's so much going on to be able to really rip that perfect lap. Even there, it's like you got to dry it a little bit more to the inside, lean back a little bit more to stabilize that rear end before you lose your like kind of your weight as you crest the hill. Let's triple this, so we haven't done that yet, so you guys see how cool is that. Big triple. A little too much of a scrub on that one. We're getting around to the finish here. It's going to be so hard to put in a good lap. I'll probably end up having to make a separate video, seeing if I can put in a decent lap. You know, I'm not going to sit here and grind for 8 hours trying to get this amazing, like, world-class lap, but something where I put it all together and it's a pretty quick one. Okay, so here's our last lap. I'm going to shut up a little bit, see if we can get something somewhat clean through here. Shit. Let's slide out, but it's not the end. We'll go inside and just try to rail one of these. Gotta get this outside here. Oh, it might not work. Come on, double. Damn it! Of course we crashed on that thing. Oh, that's a huge jump, man. That thing's massive. Alright, screw it. At this point, let's see if we can clear this sucker again from that middle rut. We'll go a little slow. It's all gone to shit. Double this sucker. Try to go farther inside here. Oh man, that inside rut might be a sneaky one because you don't need to launch this. Again, I'm finding lines as we ride. It's so cool. Finding stuff that's like, ooh, that might be a sneaky line that's probably the best way to go. That damn jump. Again, a hot lap's just going to take some serious precision. That triple's fun. I don't know why I wasn't trying to hit that more often. Scrub that. How cool. Launch this one. Rail, jump to the outside. Probably not necessary, but fun nonetheless. Oh, gonna pop over that rut. A little too much speed there. Anyway, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this. I know a little long-winded and just kind of daydreaming talking about stuff, but that's what this is all about, man. These tracks are so amazing, so much fun. Thank you, the RDC guys and Gary664 for making this track so amazing. That's Red Rider, Dark Slides, C4 Detonator, and Gary664. Amazing track, so much fun. The most fun track I think I've ever ridden for this game. Thank you for the time you guys put into it, and make sure you guys download it. If you can't play it, comment below. What do you think of the track? Does it look sick? If you don't think it's sick, you should probably just unsubscribe. Right on. Thank you guys so much, and until next time, I'll talk to you later. Peace out.